So yeah, so that'll be the next video. We're going to be putting that up into the attic as vertical as possible, and we'll see how it performs. I don't know if it will perform as well as the T2LT, because that in itself really is a vertical dipole when you think about it, how it's made. But yeah, hopefully I'll get heard on the net, so that will be coming up on the next video, so make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for that. Right, like most things, when you get them home, everything looks a bit bigger than it did in the garden, and this is and this dipole is actually a lot longer than I thought, so really struggling to get this vertical in the attic. But I want to do a vertical test to get the polarization right, so we literally just kind of hooked it up there right in the rafters, and as you can see, only really the top section is almost in the loft, the rest of it is sort of hanging down the loft hatch, and that is not ideal. It's surrounded by a lot of sort of, you know, that loft hatch and the whole house. It's a real awful setup. But if this works, you know, you get the idea that if with a little bit of experimentation, I could try and maybe, you know, strap it onto the side of a beam or something like that, although I lose the sort of vertical orientation, and that's what I want to try and keep on this video. So yeah, this is really Fred, you know, in a shed, in an attic, complete desperation really. But if this works, then, you know, it's possible that you might just be able to get out. I'm a little more optimistic than I was with that T2LT. I think this will receive, and I think it will get out. I don't know how far. I don't know if, say, Dave 061, right over in North St Albans, I don't know if he'll get me, but I reckon I'll get Robbie. I'll certainly get Awesome Dave and anyone else that's on the net. So, yeah, I'm just going to go on to the net now, because it's just about to start. And, yeah, let's hope we get some contacts. Let's hope that this works.
Fantastic.
Not getting Eric, unfortunately, but that was a bit of an ask.
Yeah, no problem. Nice to hear, Eric. You got Theo out there. I don't know whether you can hear him. I'll get him to give you a shout there, Eric, so just stand by. Yeah, Theo, give Eric a shout there. He's just out of Luton there. Give him a call, mate. It's Charlie Bravo 25, Eric. It's a bit hard for me to get out at times.
It's a bit noisy, but I suppose it's surrounded by so much junk in the loft.
Yeah, you're giving, yes, the break standby, I acknowledge there. Yeah, Theo said you're giving 4 or 5 there, but I know you got a bit of noise that way, Eric, so...
Oh, thank you very much. You sound good as well, though. Missed you as well. But no, thank you for saying that. I hope you're well. I heard you got a cold there. I think a lot of people have got colds and whatnot. It's that time of year, isn't it?
Oh, excellent. That's not too far from us anyway, so yeah, it's nice to hear that.
Break.
Side there, so go ahead, 061 in company.
Good afternoon, it's Fred in the shed back again on a mobile whip antenna, in the attic. Are you receiving me, Dave? It's 1664.
Yeah, I've got you there, Fred. The other station standby there. Yeah, sorry, what was you using, Fred?
Well, I've got a mobile whip antenna. I've made a dipole. We've got 2 mobile whip antennas. There's just Thunderpole. I think they're Defender whips, and we've got them on a they're sort of opposed to each other with a T bracket. So they're basically 2 mobile whips using as a dipole, just hanging up in the loft there, Dave. So yeah, I mean, obviously I'm getting over to you. Do you think it's working better than I was using that horizontal antenna? Back to you, Dave.
Yesterday with that other wire, it weren't working at all for you, but this one is doing the biz, mate.
Oh, cheers for that. Thanks for the flowers there, Dave. If it's okay, look, I've got a bit of video running. I'll just go round the houses, if that's okay. I'll just try on Theo there. Yeah, Theo, how am I coming across to you in South Mims? It's Fred in the shed.
Yeah, Fred, you're coming up at 5, and then you're coming up at 6 and 7 on that one, so you're coming up radio 5, 6 and 7.
Oh, cheers for that. Thanks, Theo. Yeah, your signal's dropped down a little bit on the receive. You're coming in sort of really about sort of 5s and 6s, but a good sort of radio 4 to 5. Oh, that's working well. Okay. I just quickly run it across to Awesome. Dave, how's it sounding at your end, Rog?
Yeah, sounds good, mate. A little bit high for me. I think you're high in frequency, but that could be me. But no, audio's beautiful, mate.
Oh, roger that. Well, that's I say that's a dipole made out of 2 mag mount whips, literally just hanging in the loft. I've just literally slung it up, and that's working better than the T2LT that I had up the other day. So it just shows you, doesn't it, what you can do with just a couple of mobile whips, Dave.
Roger, well, you give me +10. What sort of signal am I giving you, bud?
Right, I had the RF gain turned down. Just give us some numbers, Dave.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a Rog. You're 8 to 10, 8 to +10 there, and obviously radio 5.
Awesome.
Great distances here. We're probably talking, I think South Mims is probably 6.5, 7 miles. But, you know, it's receiving.
T2LT that you had on the horizontal there.
Oh, that's Robbie. Let me get a copy from Robbie.
You've got it on the vertical, I take it, that dipole that you've made out to mag mount whips over.
Copy, Robbie. Right, okay, I'll give you some more. Yeah, how am I coming across compared to the T2LT the other day, over?
Right, you're radio free on my needle, which can get a bit excitable sometimes, and you're about a radio 4 to 5, but a very clean, quiet audio, over.
Yeah, all copied there, all copied. I think that's a success. I mean, you'll laugh when you see the video how I've set this antenna up. It's literally hanging off the rafters there. But yeah, okay, that's quite good. I mean, just shows you because it's vertically polarised. I think that's making all the difference, over.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you've got to realise that everybody else is using a vertical, so stands to reason you're going to get better copies. I just wondered if you can, if Jim in Sutton can hear you. Jim in Sutton, you got anything on Fred?
I can't hear Jim.
Oh, okay. He's not receiving you there, Fred. Did you receive him at all?
No, that's a negative there. That's a negative. I mean, I'm not surprised. You know, I struggle on the Antron 99 sometimes. That would be a hell of an ask. But it seems to be getting out local. You know, if this was my only antenna, if my antenna blew down in, you know, mid-winter and I couldn't have anything else, if I slung this up in the loft, you know, at least I could sort of get out and sort of speak to you guys just sort of locally. Obviously, it's a bit restrictive, but it just proves that, you know, if you can't put up an outside antenna for whatever reason, as long as you've got people within a 10-mile radius, you know, you can get heard, Robbie, over.
Oh yeah, most definitely, mate. Likewise, you can just put a mag mount on your car and see in your car for local contacts. But there you go. No, it's a good idea. If people can't drive, then that's working fine. And better not, I'll get back to. I'll pass you back to Pucker Dave there.
There you go. I think that concludes that, and I agree with Robbie. I think that setup will get you out, probably you know, 5 to 10 miles, something like that. You're not going to get out particularly far. It won't work as good as an outside antenna, but if you got nothing else, that would get you going. Now, I'm not going to stop with this. I've kind of got the bug for experimenting now with antennas, and it's getting quite wet and sort of damp outside, so you want to sort of carry on work inside. So I'm going to carry on. The next video that I'm going to do is I've managed to get myself a little centre connector here to make a dipole. Incidentally, I know people ask, this came from Moonraker. I'll put a proper sort of link and pop up when I do the video properly. But so this came from Moonraker. It was about, I think, £6 or £7 plus a couple of pounds delivery. So what I should be doing is making a balanced dipole on the next video. I've got some old Caracks that I'll be cutting down. I've already looked. There's a calculator you can get online, and I think it's about 2.6 metres for the sort of radial. So I'll probably sort of bring them out at about 30-degree angle. I'll try and get that in the attic itself. And yeah, we're going to make a dipole, and we'll see how that works. I'm not sure how that will compare to the T2LT or the modulator dipole, but that will also lead on when I get round to it. I can't promise you it'll be straight away, but when I get round to it, I've still got this X-Phase, this sort of sound elimination device. Not had any great success with that at the moment. I've tried it with a couple of antennas. I would have been told, I think it was Awesome told me, that you do need a matching kind of vertical antenna mounted outside. I don't really want to put up a second antenna, you see. So if I can get this dipole to work, what I have found is that these sort of indoor antennas do pick up a lot more QRM, a lot more local noise, which is bad for when you're trying to use the radio, but that is pretty good for this X phase, which needs to balance that noise against what's being received by the main antenna. So that should work quite well. I did do a little quick video at the weekend. I'm sure most of you have seen it if you may have missed it, and that concerns the metallic foil on the all surrounding, all in the loft here, all this insulation that I've got to try and make this a little bit more hospitable in the winter. Yeah, and I concluded that it's not metallic, it's not tin foil, it has no connectivity. I couldn't get any reading on the ohm meter, there was no resistance through it whatsoever, so it is just plastic. It's just a printed or a sprayed reflective plastic. And yeah, so I don't think that is affecting the signals coming into the sort of shack at all. It's not ideal, of course, but that is the whole point of these videos. People aren't working with idle situations. If you were renting a property, for example, you might find you've got a loft with all this insulation in it, and there's no way you could rip it out because your landlord would have you out on the street. So yeah, okay, so thanks for watching this one. As I say, the next one that will be coming up, I'll see if I can get it up in a week. I'll see how it goes. Will be the sort of dipole, and we'll sort of see how that works. And a few people have requested that I do a mag mount with my non-modulator mag mount on a biscuit tin, as we did way back in the 80s, and I can do that. Okay, that could maybe come up in the future. And a few other people said, you know, they like to hear about the old days on CB. Everyone's got their memories on CB. Oh my God, I was only a teenager when I did my sort of, in the early 80s, my start on CB. But maybe one day on Fred in the Shed 2, I'll run you through some of the things we got up to, because well, they were quite funny. I had a couple of really weird friends on there that we had some real good times. But anyway, as for now, I'm waffling on. As always, thanks for watching. Stay safe. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.